Hello YouTube, Dave here. I'm going to be taking some time off for the next few days, so I thought I would try something a little bit different, something I've been thinking about for a while, and just show off a few video games. Now, I don't have any fancy equipment, I don't have capture cards or anything like that. I can't really afford, the $200 to $300 that I've seen them at, so I'm going to take sort of the low-tech approach, but I thought a great place to start would be with a D&D arcade game. So this is the Chronicles of Mystara collection. It was available for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and I think it was available on like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 as well. So we're just going to press start here. And we're going to play Temple of Doom, which was the first one. So just one moment here. Now I do have a few of the house rules on, just to make things a little bit easier, and you unlock these by playing through the game. So I have Unbreakable, so equipment that I get doesn't break, which it really sucks when you find a great item and then you get hit once and it's gone. I've also got Vampirism on. I think I'm going to turn that off just because that makes it a little too easy. And just lockpick so that you don't require keys to open. So we'll exit out and begin. We'll play on Night difficulty. And I'm going to play the fighter just because it'll be the most simple and straightforward and least likely to pause every few seconds to cast spells. So we'll give this a try and see how it goes. The camera's sort of in my way, so I'm actually looking at the TV through the viewfinder. Whoops. Now, this is by no means going to be like a speed run or an expert playthrough. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to give this a shot and show off this game. Really actually have a lot of fun with this. A lot of great memories. I remember the local theater in the town that I used to live in ended up getting this in their arcade, so a buddy and I went to the movie theater for the sole purpose of playing this game. So we didn't go see a movie, we didn't do anything other than spend time at the arcade. I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. Alright. So what's really cool about this, it actually follows the D&D basic rules fairly well. So you got like your fighter, cleric, and then you have elf or dwarf as classes. What I also like is that you get options. So I can either head to the town or I can head to the mountains after the monsters. I'm going to head after the monsters. So I think I normally end up heading to the town. So you find a cave that will lead to the heart of the mountain. Okay. And some tracks. Alright. Bring a fireball. Oh. Alright, it's actually been a little bit of time since I played this, so I'm a little rusty on the controls. I've been playing a lot of the my Wii U lately, so I'm really used to the button layout of that, not so much with the 360, so I keep wanting to hit, thinking that I'm hitting A, I'm actually hitting B, or, stuff like that, so nothing but the highest quality of Let's Play. So this is a situation where the cleric comes in really handy, mainly because he can turn undead. Whoops. And this is an arena, so I can't actually exit out until I defeat these guys, so... Oh. Alright, you can push this out of the way, so let's do that. That should be enough, I think. Nope. There, that millimeter made all the difference. So, grab myself some perfume, fight some skeletons, open up some other chests. Continual light. I actually normally play the cleric on single player playthroughs, either the cleric or the elf, but I thought it'd be interesting to try the warrior, because I don't really play him that much. Alright, just, Alright, oh. Alright, and one of the good things about this collection is that you can continue as much as you want. I've tried limiting myself to see how far I can get off a certain reasonable amount of quarters. For example, see how far I can get if I only had $1 or $4 worth of quarters, or something that you might normally take to an arcade. But I think I'm just going to go through and play this one as far through as I can before it gets tiring. And like I said, this isn't something that I think I'm going to do very often, but I wanted to give it a shot and just, really enjoyed these games. And I was thinking of doing sort of a, almost a retrospective on some D&D video games. Because I have a bunch of the Gold Box games downloaded from Good Old Games. I have Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 from Good Old Games. Whoop. As well as Icewind Dale 2. I don't have Icewind Dale 1. I would like to get that at some point. And then I have Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance on the GameCube. I've got these games as well as... Wow. I guess it's true what they say. I can normally defeat the ogre without dying, but it's a little bit more difficult looking through the small LCD screen, because that's my best view. That's not obstructed. But yeah, I'm thinking of going over a history of some of the video games, and I wanted to show off some gameplay of each of them. So the main way to do that would be to go through just pointing the camera at the television or the computer monitor, or my laptop monitor, I guess I should say. So that's something I was kind of thinking about, because it is interesting to see how some of these games go. The different genres, the Gold Box games are hardcore role-playing games. And, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance and Dagger Dale are sort of more Diablo-style RPGs, action RPGs, and then you've got this one, which is a arcade beat-em-up RPG, which is kind of interesting. So, let's go through and fight one of the more iconic D&D monsters here. Let's pick up that arrow and face off against the mighty Albear. And I gotta be honest, I love the way the Albears look in this. I think it looks really cool. I mean, I've seen some kind of rough-looking Albears in the past, but this one just looks really cool. It looks more bear-like in terms of how it moves around, and all on all fours and stuff like that. It's just so cool, and it's always been one of my favorite monsters. Oh. And now we'll fight another one. Oh. Alright, and you'll probably hear me say this a few times in any of these videos, but I am not an expert video game player. So if you're looking for high-level play with fancy combos and moves and stuff like that, unfortunately I don't offer that kind of experience. But again, I thought it'd be just kind of neat to see how well this kind of goes. Because again, I love these games, and sometimes it can be a bit of a hassle trying to come up with ideas for the YouTube channel. You know, regular. Second here. Do I want to go to the city and see if they can help, or I'm going to go right to the fort? But sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a break, trying to come up with topics for like discussion videos. I was really expecting when I first started my channel that Wizards would be releasing enough stuff for 5th edition that I'd be able to basically have something to do every week, or not necessarily every week, but have something that I could do every month. I was really expecting like monthly books to come out, products and stuff like that. So the fact that it hasn't been that way at all, it can take a little bit of a toll. So this is sort of a little bit of a break for myself, I guess. Like I said, I'm going to be taking a few days of, I guess you can call it vacation. I'm going to spend some time with family. And that's actually the first time I think I've ever been hit by that trap. I get hit by that trap a few times, but at least it hits the enemies as well, which is kind of cool. And sorry for all the waggle sounds there. Whoop. Alright. Oh. You know what? I'll leave him alive so he can tell the others what he saw, which was me getting hit by several traps in a row. That was a fire, or a ring of fireball. So even though I can't cast spells normally, any of the characters can find and pick up rings. The most common rings are like Magic Missile, Fireball, Lightning Bolt. So I can, at this point if I wish, use one of my rings for Fireball. And I got 2 of those, 3 Magic Missiles, and to continue with Light. Will that do anything against undead? Nope. So that can usually stun enemies. I didn't know if it had any effect on undead. It's a spell I don't often use, even though I probably should. Wow, there's just a ton of these guys. This is where I kind of wish I picked the cleric. But I didn't want to cast too many spells. Mainly because every time you do in these games, everything stops while an animation plays out and the spell gets cast. So, does this... Oh. No, okay. Let's just go back this way. Let's see if we can get anything here. No, okay, I'm not too worried about it. But you can do this. There we go. Ah. Okay. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Alright, so we'll fight this boss and we'll call that a wrap for part 1. I'm not quite sure how many parts there'll be, but I do want to play this through to its finale. Go through all the... Not all the options, obviously, because that would be multiple playthroughs, but at least go through the complete story at some point here. So this is the Displacer Beast, another common, iconic D&D monster. This is one that I've used a lot in a lot of my campaigns. I just love the Displacer Beast. But what's cool about this one is the way that they make it work is when it splits into 2 forms, you have to look and see which one has the shadow underneath. So as you can see, the one on the top has the shadow, and it killed me. So you just go after the one with the shadow. I'm gonna be honest, I think even the one without the shadow can still hurt you. I'm not 100% on that. May as well waste that entirely. Okay, there we go. And that's kind of what the spell casting looks like in this game. Now there are a lot of cool spells, and if anybody's interested, I can do a future playthrough where I make all opposite choices of what I've done here in this one, and pick one of the spellcasters. If you guys are interested. Like I said, I love this game, so as soon as, even though I suck at it, as soon as it was announced, as soon as it was released, I had to get this on release day. You know, I should be blocking more too. To block, you just hit the attack button, hold it down, and just move in the opposite direction. Yeah, that helps a lot, but I guess one of the upsides of being really bad at this, one of the upsides of having unlimited continues is you're not as worried about blocking, because you're not spending actual quarters. And one more hit, hopefully we'll do it. Nope. Bow. There we go. Get myself a crown. Alright, I've defeated the beast and rescued the fort. So anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. You know, I hope this isn't too terrible. I hope this turns out relatively okay. Again, it's not something I'm going to be doing a lot, but I think it's just sort of a nice break. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you come back for part 2. We'll just kind of let it get to the point where I can make a... Hold on here. We'll just let it go until I can start controlling it again. So, 9th level, increased my hit points by 5. Alright, so yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll come back for part 2.